Today, I'm going to show you how to build this Half Elf Cottage. We'll start off with our build area, which looks like this. Go ahead and pause the video and take note before we move on. Okay, next we can come on over to this area. This is a 5x9 area, and we're just going to fill this in with a mixture of andesite, cobblestone, and stone. If you really want to get fancy, you can add in stone bricks, but again, do what's ever comfortable for you. Next, we can take some stripped spruce wood, and we're going to go on the outside corners of this platform. Once we have that done, we can go ahead and build these up by 5, and we're just going to bring them around and connect them into a nice framework. Next, we're going to start building the roof, which is going to be an A-frame style roof. If you're not sure what that is, you can go ahead and click on this video after this one is done. You can see how I make an A-frame roof along with a bunch of others. And then once you have this shape, we're going to take this and copy it on the other side. Then once you have those, go ahead and connect the outsides with your spruce stairs. We can also connect up the middle of the roof with some spruce planks or slabs just to bring them on over just like this. After that, go ahead and start filling in the roof with a mixture of deep slate bricks and cobbled deep slate for some texture. Once the roof is done and looking really good, we're going to go ahead and start making the walls of this house. So we're going to go ahead and start taking out some of the base and building these up into a gradient using moss. Nothing I am saying is making any sense at all. Once the roof is looking really good, we're going to start building up the walls of the house. So we're going to come on in and we're going to take out some of the base blocks that we've added, and we're going to build a gradient up with moss, mossy cobble, mossy stone bricks, stone, cobblestone, and andesite. This is completely optional, but if you would like to, you can come on in and start adding in your windows for this side. You don't have to add windows if you want to keep it a solid wall, but just in case you wanted to, this would be where you do it. Now that the walls are done, we can go ahead and start building the base of the greenhouse. We're going to do this with a mixture of mossy cobble, cobblestone, and andesite, but you can use any sort of stone blocks you want. This is just what I chose to use. Next, we can start building up the frame of the greenhouse. We're going to go ahead and take out these corner bits from the base, and then we can start building these up by 11. You also will have to come into the house and actually take out these blocks so we can build up the frame from the inside of the house so it matches the ones outside. Then once you have these done, you can go ahead and start building up diagonally until they all meet in the center, and it should look something like this. And then we can connect them all up as well. Nope, I lied. You don't need to connect them up unless you want to. Again, if you're building this, you can do what you want. Next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to build up diagonally by 3. So we're going to go to these corners, put down a temporary block, and build above that, and do the exact same thing catty corner with 2 extra temporary blocks until we get to the center, like so. Then we're just going to connect up each corner like that, and when you're done, it should look something like this. The walls of the greenhouse are just going to be white stained glass, so we can go ahead and just build up on each side all the way up, connecting up the spruce logs with it. This back corner of the house in the greenhouse is a little tricky, so you will have to build up and just take out a few of the roof blocks. It might look a little weird, but it should be just fine, including by placing them on top of the roof blocks right here. Then once you're done, it should look something like this. And to prevent any lightning strikes, go ahead and build up by 2 spruce fences and add a lightning rod on top. Then we can work on the front and back faces of the roof. We're going to come on in with just a mixture of stone bricks, mossy stone bricks, and cracked stone bricks for some texture. If you would like to, you could stop here and do all your decorations and entrances and stuff, but I'm going to go ahead and add an optional second roof on the top. What we're going to do is we're going to come to this stair here, and we're going to go in by 3, going 1, 2, 3, and the one right next to that, we're going to place down a stripped spruce wood. We're going to do the same thing on this end, going 1, 2, 3, and then the one next to that, placing it down. So we should have a 3 wide gap here. We're going to go ahead and mirror that on this side and build it up just so we have a little bit of room to work with. That was wrong. No. And we're going to make sure that these are all built up by 4. So going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then connecting them up into a nice framework. Once you have that done, go ahead and take out all of these blocks that are in the center along with the ones that are by the framework. We can then build in these walls on the side, much like we did to the house down below. Once we have all those walls filled in, we can go ahead and build up a smaller A-frame style roof for this, and make the front and back faces of it made of calcite and diorite. I almost forgot one of the most important things about this house: a door. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come on up with a mixture of stone, bricks, and mossy stone brick to stick with the theme, and build out some stairs just like so. Center in the front part like so, taking these blocks out and then placing some spruce fences like this. Then we're going to take some stairs, put one in the center like this, go onto the side so it has a little bit of a cutaway there, and do the same thing on this side. And then we can take our spruce door and place it on our block to look like this. Then we can add some windows to the top faces of the roof by taking out the center blocks all the way up and placing an upside down stair here and a regular stair like this, filling in the window with some spruce fences. And with that, our Half Elf Cottage is complete. All we need to do is get this into a survival world and get it decorated. So with any of the builds I do, I like to leave a lot of decisions up to the viewers. For example, the front faces of these roofs, I added in some fences and trapdoors and some signs just for some extra detail, but in the end, do you really need these? No, but I think it looks really good. The same thing goes for the greenhouse portion of this build. I added in just some spruce variant pieces to kind of add some trims and such, and I also even raised this up a little bit more to give us a little bit more of a weather vane style with the top of it. Also, one other thing I love to do is to add fences and fence gates to the top of builds just to add a little bit of decorative touch. Again, do you really need to do this? No, but again, you can if you want to. And I normally don't do interiors for my builds, but I decided to go ahead and give this a try, just adding in some basic blocks that you might need in survival and to make the greenhouse portion just a little more lively. I went ahead and planted a spruce tree so it grew all the way up to the top, and then added in some different plants and foliage all the way around. And for the upstairs, I just added a ladder to get up to the top where we have a little storage, our potion brewing stand, a bed, and some bookshelves, and a little desk if we wanted to have one. But if you were building this, let me know in the comments down below, what would you do differently? And if you want to see more of my build tutorials, you can click this video in the top right corner right now. But that's all the time I have for you today, guys. If you guys like this video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more, and always hit the bell so you know when videos are coming out. But I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll see you in the next one. Always remember, the most important thing is to be odd and wash your hands. Peace, guys.